So I think to start up, our department provides a very nice video. I think it could be a very good icebreaker to allow you to learn more about geography and our department. So we would like to start with that short video clip, about 2-3 minutes. So I'm going to share the screen. I'm sorry that probably you cannot hear any sound. Probably we need to start over. Let me share again. Sorry about that. We start over.
Welcome to BU GeoVenture. Explore all 4 checkpoints in this world, and you will leave this dream and return to real life. In the area of geoanalytics and research practice, you will study qualitative and quantitative research methods, spatial analysis, and map making. Here, you'll learn how to integrate photos, text, and videos with maps. This way of displaying and sharing information is very much in demand these days. Think of apps you like to use, like Google Maps and OpenRice. Our second area is physical systems and environmental dynamics. This area focuses on knowledge in physical geography, such as environmental hazards like typhoons and natural landscapes like our country parks. In these courses, you'll use a scientific approach, including collecting data in the field and conducting experiments in our labs. The third study area, urban studies, cities, and everyday life, brings us still closer to our daily life. Have you ever wondered how people choose their travel route? Or why money is invested in some places and not others? In coursework and field studies, you'll encounter these and many other questions in urban, economic, cultural, social, and transport geography. The last study area is regions, development, and resource management. Learning here is related to the sustainable use of resources like energy, minerals, and agriculture. This area also has a regional focus on China and other East and Southeast Asian countries. Here you'll have a chance to engage in different learning activities such as community workshops and field trips. Well, that's BU GeoVenture. Are you keen to play? If so, you can consider enrolling in the UGC-funded undergraduate program offered by the Department of Geography. See you very soon!
Okay, back to me. That video is a very nice visual introduction to the department and to the discipline of geography, in addition to my briefing this morning. So as you can see in a video clip, our students are looking at various geography issues to study our human society, to study our physical environment, landscape, soil types, etc. And during those studies, we frequently encounter problems that we need to solve by using equipment to collect data for both social problems and physical geography problems. So in the main part of this virtual tour to our geography lab, we are going to visit those laboratories and to see those equipment. And our colleague, Johnson and Benson, are going to introduce you to those specific problems that those equipment and the tools can be used to those applications. So I assume that all of you speak Cantonese and can. So I guess the two videos are made in Cantonese. But before we roll the videos, probably we can have some Q&A to answer some general questions about the department, about the discipline. So if you have any questions, feel free to unmute your mic and speak up, or you can type in the chat box. Okay, if not, for now, let me just roll the first video of our virtual lab tool. So you are going to see our geoinformatics laboratory. You are going to see a giant screen, and you're going to see a lot of computers using software such as geographic information systems to visualize important information. So let me share this video.
歡迎大家嚟參觀地理信息實驗室。咁相信大家都會好好奇點解地理係會有一個以電腦為主嘅實驗室咧？咁當然係因為地理研究裏邊咧，好多時我哋都需要用到電腦嘅。咁大家亦都應該會想像到電腦喺地理裏邊咧，最大用途其實係攞嚟整呢一樣嘢，就係整地圖啦。地圖係地理好常用嘅工具啦。咁而大家對地圖嘅認知亦都係基本上一樣嘅，都係一張紙上面啦，係一個平面嘅地圖。咁但係大家可能喺10幾年前咧，就唔會想像到地圖可以係咁啦，又或者係咁啦。咁因為咧喺呢10幾20年之間咧，電腦科技嘅發展咧，令到地圖啦，或者地理資訊咧喺地理裏邊咧可以做到嘅嘢更加多，亦都多咗好多可能性。咁我一陣間展示嘅嘢咧，其實係我哋一啲學科裏邊嘅功課嚟嘅。咁即係話第陣時大家有機會入嚟地理系學習咧，都好大機會或者需要咧係去做翻相似嘅嘢嘅。咁我哋用一個最簡單嘅例子開始啦。咁即係地理嘅學習裏邊咧，好多時我哋都需要做一啲嘅考察。咁考察完之後，你當然要展示翻究竟你去過啲咩地方啦，有啲咩發現啦。咁除咗話我哋整咗地圖出嚟顯示我哋去過咩地方，用文字去顯示究竟我哋見過咩之外咧，其實我哋都 可以結合唔同嘅媒體啦，譬如相啦、文字啦，或甚至乎錄像咁樣啦。咁配合埋地圖咧，去做一個動態嘅地圖出嚟嘅，咁就好清楚，亦都好生動咁樣咧，向你嘅讀者咧展示究竟你有啲乜嘢熱度啦，有啲咩辦。咁除此之外咧，地圖喺地理裏邊最大用途當然係展示唔同事物喺空間上面嘅分佈啦。咁我相信大家咧喺中學嘅時間咧，都可能會接觸過呢啲或者甚至乎製作嗰啲地圖嘅，咁就係好似咁，譬如呢一張係啦，顯示呢個新冠肺炎喺美國唔同州份咧4月份嘅時間佢嗰個分佈，咁深淺嘅顏色就代表咗個案嘅多少啦。咁其實咧，除咗地圖之外咧，我哋可以加入埋其他嘅嘢嘅，咁就係譬如一啲有用嘅資訊啦，咁製作成一個我哋叫做標板或者 dashboard 嘅嘢。咁呢個嘢可以放喺網上面咧，好清楚咁俾公眾或者讀者咧了解嗰個嚴重性啦，或者嗰個事件嘅情況啦。咁可能大家喺疫情嘅期間咧，都有時會瀏覽呢啲咁樣嘅標板嘅網站。咁呢個係其中一個最出名嘅。咁當然我哋製作嗰個可能資訊會比較少啲啦，咁但係製作嘅原理咧都係一樣。咁而至於擺啲咩落去咧，咁就需要大家自己諗下究竟有啲咩係需要嘅。咁有咗呢個地圖啦，有咗信息啦，咁其實我哋咧就可以再做多啲嘅嘢嘅。咁除咗顯示之外咧，其實我哋都有一啲應用可以做到嘅。咁呢個就係另一個例子啦。咁就係一張地圖顯示咧喺香港嘅電動車充電站佢哋嘅分佈。咁喺以前咧，我哋做咗張地圖出嚟咧，咁就叫做完成咗我哋嘅工作啦。咁但係而家咧，其實我哋咧可以再進一步用一啲嘅工具，幫我哋去做一個應用程式出嚟嘅。咁呢個應用程式其實大家都見到啦，係一樣嘅，都係顯示嗰啲充電站嘅位置，但係佢可以做多一樣嘢，就係俾個使用者標示自己嘅位置之後咧，幫佢揾最近嗰個充電站喺邊度，同埋點樣去。呢個非常之重要嘅，因為即係我哋如果俾咗地圖嗰個使用者，咁佢哋可能就需要自己諗究竟點樣做啦。咁但係如果我哋有埋個應用程式俾佢嘅話咧，咁我哋就可以幫佢解決咗更加多嘅問題。咁我哋咧將呢個地圖同埋資訊結合咧，有個名嘅就叫做地理信息系統 （Geographical Information System）。咁相信呢個名大家可能喺中學嘅時間都有聽過啦，或者甚至乎有涉獵過。咁一般人會覺得佢其實好高深，但係實際上一啲都唔高深，其實係類似咁樣嘅。咁我再舉多個地理信息系統嘅例子啦。咁喺呢個例子裏邊咧，我哋係想喺呢個區域咧開一間鋪頭。咁我哋希望我哋嘅鋪頭咧，盡量行停車場同埋車路。咁我哋呢度會見到有停車場同埋車路嘅分佈啦。咁跟住我哋設定一個特定嘅距離咧，咁個系統就會自己幫我揾到適合嘅地方出嚟啦。咁同一時間咧，其實我哋可能有啲地方我哋係想避開嘅。咁我哋同樣地咧做翻相同嘅嘢，mark翻佢個位置出嚟啦，設定一個特定嘅距離啦。咁跟住就即係請個系統啦，幫我哋去將呢啲地方撇除咗之後咧，咁我哋就可以揾到最適合我哋位置嘅地方啦。咁呢啲都係一啲地理信息系統喺我哋日常生活裏邊咧會應用到嘅情況。咁除咗呢啲之外咧，其實見到喺地理裏邊嘅應用咧，係亦都包括咗幫我哋去做一啲嘅考察。咁地理當然經常需要做一啲實際嘅考察啦。咁但係呢一樣嘢咧就唔係必然嘅。 啲地方可能好偏遠啦，或者個範圍好大啦。更加重要嘅就係我哋冇辦法翻到去以前啦。咁我哋譬如想知道以前嘅狀況咧，我哋其實就需要借助一啲嘅技術叫做 remote sensing 遙感。咁遙感其實個意思就係借助一啲航照片啦或者衛星圖像啦，幫我哋了解嗰個地方嘅狀況。咁呢個係一個例子啦，呢度。咁呢個位置咧，其實就係我而家身處嘅教堂及行政大樓。咁可能大家唔知道呢啲棟建築物咧，其實起咗唔係好耐嘅。咁如果我想知道究竟佢以前係點咧，咁我就唯有借助呢啲舊嘅衛星圖像啦。咁譬如呢個一個好簡單嘅網上應用，就係會顯示翻即係一啲舊嘅圖像嘅。咁呢一張咧，其實係2010年拍攝嘅圖像。咁佢見到咧，而家呢棟建築物咧，當時其實係6棟好細嘅建築物。咁從呢啲圖像咧，咁我哋就可以知道咧，以前究竟呢個地方係點樣啦。咁另一個遙感嘅應用咧，就係幫我哋睇一啲我哋睇唔到嘅波段。個意思通常係指一啲紅外線嘅波段。咁原因咧就係紅外線嘅波段咧係可以幫助我哋去辨識一啲我哋有興趣嘅事物，但係我哋肉眼係睇唔到。咁我用呢度作為一個例子啦，呢張係一張上海嘅衛星圖像嚟嘅。咁而家我顯示嘅咧就係一個可見光嘅波段，即係話我哋肉眼如果喺上空望咧，就係望到乜嘢。咁但係如果對於一個研究植物嘅學者嚟講咧，佢可能想睇到嘅係一個近紅外線嘅波段，就係類似係咁樣嘅。咁因為植物咧對近紅外線咧，佢嗰個反射咧係比較敏感。咁喺呢度咧，紅色嘅地方咧係代表咗一啲植物生長得比較健康或者茂盛嘅地方啦。咁喺近紅外線嘅顯示咧，其實係會更加清晰嘅，對於植物嗰個分佈嘅狀況。咁譬如最近山火啦，咁我哋可能完結咗之後咧，需要知道究竟邊啲地方係被火燒咗嘅。咁我哋就可以用一張近紅外線嘅波段咧睇翻邊啲地方係紅色，邊啲地方已經燒到變咗可能灰色或者白色，咁我哋就會知道山火嗰個範圍係邊一度。咁另外一個可能我哋會用嘅組合咧，就係一啲中紅外線啦，或者遠紅外線嘅波段啦。咁因為咧佢喺水裏邊嘅穿透力咧係比較強嘅，咁所以咧就我哋睇呢個中紅外線佢嗰個反射咧，就會知道水同埋陸地嗰個邊界喺邊一度。咁呢一張係一張配合中紅外線同埋近紅外線嘅波段嘅照片啦。咁就會見到黑色嘅地方就自然係水啦，咁而藍色或者黃色嘅地方就係陸地。咁譬如我哋可能需要研究一個水平面上升嗰個狀況啦，或者喺泛濫之後，我哋想睇下究竟佢泛濫去到咩高度啦，咁我哋就可以用呢啲咁樣嘅波段嘅組合，就幫我哋好快去揾到我哋需要嘅資料。咁呢啲技術咧，其實都係我哋喺地理裏邊咧，好常用到要電腦嘅一啲嘅技術嚟嘅。咁大家會發現其實就唔係想像中咁遙遠啦。咁所以咧，作為地理人咧，我哋都係需要掌握呢啲嘅技術。咁亦都希望大家咧，將來有機會嚟到呢一度咧，去學習呢啲技術，咁同埋用呢啲技術去豐富你哋嘅學習。咁多謝大家嘅參觀，多謝晒各位。
Okay, that's our first video clip on our geoinformatics lab. As you can see here, by geoinformatics, we mean collecting and processing geoinformation or data using tools like Geographic Information System, GIS, GPS, and remote sensing. So in example, you would see those applications using remote sensing data, for instance. You would see the landscape in red color, which is actually captured by remote sensing images. Remote sensing are not just a satellite equipped with cameras taking pictures of the Earth, of our environment. Remote sensing can also include capturing data that are invisible to the human eye. For instance, the infrared camera can capture the infrared light reflected or emitted by a plant. So we can turn that image into red color to identify plant species. And also by looking at different levels of reflection or infrared light, we can identify whether the plant is healthy or not, whether a forest is experiencing deforestation or not. It's very similar to the example that you frequently see nowadays, that at the entrance of this building, for instance, or the entrance of major public facilities, you would see infrared cameras capturing images of individuals and to detect human temperature, our body temperature. Because when we have higher temperature, we tend to emit a larger amount of infrared light. And that infrared light is not visible to our human eyes. We cannot see that. But those special cameras can capture those higher amount of infrared light to visualize those higher temperature into specific colors such as red and yellow. So we can identify those people who have fever. And other examples such as, I'm sure that many of you are frequently using apps like Uber, like Deliveroo, like Foodpanda, or GoGoVan, OpenRice, those applications to order food, to call a taxi. And whenever you are using those applications, what is behind those applications? What is behind those actual functions that allowing you to move from A to B conveniently, or to order food from a restaurant which is in close proximity to your home, to allow those riders or drivers to navigate from one place to another, to your home, to your destination, GIS systems, geographic information systems. And those systems collect data from numerous users. As users, when you are ordering food, of course, when you are using the app, the GPS, which is equipped in your smartphone, is functioning to send location information to the cloud, and processors in a server would calculate the shortest distance between you and your destination, or between a restaurant and you, to allow those riders or drivers to navigate efficiently to your place. And also in the video, Benson mentioned the COVID-19 dashboard. I'm sure that you see a lot of those maps visualizing COVID-19 outbreaks and the outbreaks of new variants such as Omicron. And again, the technique and the main tool that is functioning behind those dashboards or platforms are geographic information systems. They collect information gathered around the world, because each patient, when a virus is detected, there's a location associated to that particular case. And by gathering all those numerous cases around the world, we can conveniently visualize the outbreak cases, and we can track, we can trace the further spreading of the cases from one place to another. And if we gather sufficient amount of information, we can even predict future outbreaks, future waves. So without further ado, let me just roll the second video about our physical geography lab. In the video, you will see some equipment, some devices that our students frequently use to detect, for instance, noise levels, to measure quality, water quality, for instance. And we're going to have a Q&A after this video. So please, if you have any questions, you can just type in the chat box, or speak using your microphone after the video clip. In a second video, my colleague my colleague Johnson is going to take you to the physical geography lab. So let me share the screen.
Physical Geography 咧，咁你會見到咧呢間房咧，都幾寬鬆幾大嘅。咁咧，其實呢間房咧，主要咧，其實我哋一個最主要嘅用途咧，就係咧，我哋做教學用嘅，特別係我哋某一啲嘅自然地理科入邊嘅一啲嘅比較唔係咁大班嘅 course 咧，我哋就會喺呢度上堂嘅。OK， 咁所以咧，你會見到咧，我哋有一啲好係基本嘅一啲嘅我哋叫做 lecture 嘅 facilities 啦，我哋有 screen 啦，我哋有 PowerPoint 啦，我哋有 projector 啦，咁啊係教學用嘅，有啲 TV 啦喺度啦。咁所以咧好多時候咧同學咧都會有好多時候咧都有好多機會咧，就會嚟呢間嗰度上堂嘅。OK， 好啦，咁咧就關於自然地理咧，咁我哋有好多個範疇啦。咁其中有一個好重要嘅範疇咧，就係、是、好多人都話讀自然地理咧，就係睇石頭。咁咧，所以咧，我哋就當然啦，我哋會有一啲嘅石頭同埋嗰啲所謂嘅礦物嘅樣本，就喺度咧，有俾機會咧，可以俾我哋嘅學生咧，可以有一個第一手嘅 hands-on experience 咧，就可以去認識真係揸住一嚿石、揸住一嚿礦物咧，去做一啲嘅分析，去做一啲嘅研究嘅，就係呢啲礦物啦。石頭啦 ，OK， 咁咧除此之外咧，呢個實驗室入邊咧有一啲好基本嘅一啲實驗室應該要有嘅一啲嘅facilities 啦，一啲嘅設施啦，譬如抽風櫃啦，有我哋嘅唔同類別嘅顯微鏡啦，另外咧亦有一啲嘅模型，咁呢個模型咧會好似呢個模型咧就係一個我哋叫 sedimentation model， 即係一個咧模擬一啲沉積環境嘅一啲嘅模型，咁大家如果喺特別係呢個時候，我哋去唔到真係一個 field trip 嘅時候咧，我哋咧就要靠呢啲嘅 model 去認識究竟喺一個真實嘅環境嘅情況底下咧，沉積係一件咩回事 ？OK， 咁另外一啲咧呢個sample preparation 有關嘅一啲嘅嘢啦，譬如一個 freeze dryer 啦，嘅 freeze dryer 就係會係可以用嚟保存我哋嘅 sample 啊，利用一個低溫抽乾嗰啲 sample 嘅水分嘅去處理我哋嘅 sample。OK， 咁咧呢個自然地理實驗室咧，其實即係有關嘅介紹咧，我就喺度呢度先。好，咁咧嚟到咧我哋嘅第二個同自然地理有關嘅實驗室啦，咁咧就係我哋叫做環境實驗室environment lab。咁顧名思義啦，咁環境實驗室梗係做一啲同環境分析有關嘅一啲嘅實驗嘅。咁咧就都係一樣啦，我哋有一啲好 basic 嘅、好基本嘅一啲嘅設施啦，有 freezer 啦，有雪櫃啦，有呢個恆溫櫃啦、諸如此類啦，抽風櫃啦亦都有啦。OK， 咁咧就另外咧就係、都係一樣啦，我哋咧有一啲同環境分析有關嘅嘢啦，譬如簡單咧有一個嘅我哋叫 furnace 一個燒爐，咁啊燒爐咧主要最大嘅目的咧就係我哋將一啲泥土嘅樣本擺喺入邊用高溫去燒，咁咧我哋去呢個估計一下咧，究竟嗰啲泥土入邊咧嗰啲有機嘅物質咧嘅量多少 ？OK， 咁咧環境嘅分析咧，咁好容易，即係我哋諗到一樣嘢咧，就係咧一啲同污染有關嘅一啲嘅研究。OK， 咁啊污染有關嘅研究咧，就當然啦，就係主要分開幾種唔同嘅污染啦，有水污染啦，有噪音嘅污染啦， 同埋有呢個所謂嘅 air pollution 呢個空氣嘅污染。好啦，咁我哋喺呢3個範疇咧，我哋都有即係好多嘅 equipment 咧，我哋可以做得到嘅。譬如咧，我哋有一個量度水質嘅水質計啦，我哋有呢個量度我哋所謂嘅 dissolved oxygen 溶氧計啦，專係度溶氧嘅。咁另外咧就係呢個我哋叫 spectral photometer 咧就係我哋所謂嘅分光光譜儀啦。咁咧我哋利用呢個分光光譜儀咧就可以量度水啦、泥土啦、甚至乎係沉積物咧佢哋嘅一啲化學元素嘅分析嗰啲嘅量幾多。好啦，另外咧就係都有一個另外一個我哋常話水質嘅啦。咁同頭先嗰個水質嘅驗嘅分別咧係呢個咧可以落一啲比較深嘅一啲嘅水質嘅，因為咧佢呢個成支咧就係一啲聲，我哋成支咧就掉落去嗰度，咁咧就去做個量度。咁同一時間咧，亦都可以做一啲我哋所謂嘅水嘅分層嘅一啲嘅研究啦 ，water stratification。好啦，另外咧造星計啦，我諗好多同學啊，好多人都會見過咧，有好多研究嘅人咧，譬如環保署嗰啲人咧，就揸住咧喺個路邊嗰度度造星嘅。OK， 咁另外咧就係呢個我哋所謂嘅 dust monitor 啦。咁即係其實即係量度呢個空氣上面嘅懸浮粒子，亦都係而家即係好興嘅一種嘅 popular 嘅一種嘅研究，因為懸浮粒子對我哋嘅健康即係好有影響啦。咁呢個就係我哋所謂 dust monitor， 即係特別我哋所講嘅 PM 2.5啦，呢啲 dust particulate 嘅一啲嘅 analysis。好啦，另外咧就係、我哋有另外一啲嘅量度，我哋所謂嘅一啲 solid 嘅粒子嘅大細嘅呢個分析，咁我哋所謂嘅 particle size analysis， 咁呢個就係我哋嘅所謂嘅 scintigraph 啦。咁咧我哋用個X-ray 嘅原理咧嚟去做呢樣嘢嘅。OK， 咁咧基本上咧，即係我哋環境實驗室咧，雖然即係嗰個空間唔係好大，但係咧我哋就係啲設備咧都相當啲 equipment 都相當齊全。咁咧個實驗室主要即係除咗係教學上會有用之外咧，我哋好多研究咧，即係關於呢個環境研究咧，都會主要係呢個實驗室嗰度進行。咁我關於呢個環境實驗室嘅介紹咧就好。咁咧嚟到最後一個實驗室啦，最後一個實驗室咧就係、我哋所謂嘅沉積物實驗室 sediment lab。咁我會叫呢個實驗室咧叫做一個 dirty lab 嘅，因為即係處理一啲即係啲泥啊嗰啲咁，即係大家有個 impression 就覺得咧佢係好 dirty 好污糟嘅。咁都係一樣啦，呢個 lab 咧即係呢個實驗室除咗都係教學上之外咧，研究上亦都會用到嘅。咁我哋呢個沉積物實驗室入邊咧，都有啲嘅設備啦，譬如呢個我哋嘅叫做 fluid model。咁呢個 fluid model 咧，其實都係一個模型咧嚟去模擬一啲所有從近岸嘅有關沉積嘅一啲嘅 process 嘅一啲嘅模擬一啲咁嘅情況嘅，即係譬如話究竟一啲海浪嘅沖刷啊，或者係呢個河流啊嘅一啲嘅侵蝕啊，同埋沉積嗰啲過程咧，呢個 fluid model 咧都可以模擬得到俾各位同學睇嘅。咁另外咧都係一樣啦，又有一啲嘅基本嘅一啲嘅設施啦，有焗爐啦，有呢個 vacuum oven 啦，有抽空焗爐啦。咁另外咧，我哋有一堆咧，我哋叫 sieves 咧，其實都係我哋做粒子嘅分析嘅。咁同頭先喺呢個環境實驗室入邊見到嗰個particle size analyzer 咧，佢最大嘅分別咧就係篩咧，呢啲篩咧係我哋做一啲同沙都比較粗沙有關嘅一啲嘅粒子嘅分析。咁咧用儀器嚟做嘅話咧，用即係 Geographical 嚟做咧，咁就係用嚟分析一啲比較 fine 啲嘅幼沙嘅一啲嘅粒子嘅分析。好啦，咁另外咧呢度咧一 set 嘅 equipment 咧，其實呢度一組嘅 equipment 咧嘅儀器咧，其實咧就我嚟做一樣嘢咧，就叫做 thin section。咁 thin section 咧，其實咧就係一塊咁嘅嘢，其實一塊咧岩石嘅薄片，將嚿岩石咧切到好薄，跟住黐喺塊玻璃度。OK， 咁其實呢塊嘅真身咧，其實係呢嚿石。咁咧你可以想象得到咧，咁厚嘅一嚿石咧，變成一塊咁幼嘅薄片咧，黐喺塊玻璃度咧，咁係真係 需要一啲技巧嘅。咁但係咧，我哋嘅同學咧亦都會有機會嘗試咧去做呢樣嘢。咁咧，我哋呢啲section 咧，呢啲岩石旁邊主要係用嚟擺顯微鏡底下睇咧，去做一啲礦物，即係岩石入邊嘅礦物嘅分析嘅。咁咧係一啲好精細嘅一啲嘅但係我哋都有啲咁嘅facilities， 有啲咁嘅儀器都可以做。咁咧你會見到呢個沉積物實驗室咧，比頭先嗰兩個實驗室咧仲要細嘅空間仲要細，但係咧我哋嘅儀器咧都相當之多嘅喺呢度，即係咁即係可以做到嘅分析咧，亦都相當之少嘅。好，咁我關於呢個沉積物實驗室咧嘅介紹就嚟到呢度。咁咧關於自然地理實驗室嘅簡介咧就嚟到呢度。咁希望同學咧能夠對我哋中大地理系嘅自然地理方面呢個研究咧可以有進一步嘅理解。好，多謝晒各位。
That's about it. Sorry. Okay, back to me again. As you can see here in a video, in the second video, you can see many devices, equipments, instruments that geography students, especially physical geography students, are going to frequently use. I'm sure that most of the equipment are not familiar to you at the moment, but after taking courses, after coursework, our student can make use of those different types of equipment to understand our natural environment. For instance, to measure air quality, to measure the existence of PM2.5, for instance, and other pollutants, and to measure water quality, and to measure soil types, and to understand, to look at different natural phenomena. And our students would take on physical geography topics as their honors project topic, to do individual projects and to borrow those instruments from our lab to measure those qualities and measure those natural environment phenomena by themselves. So we have all kinds of courses to enable our students to do such practices. And we have our lab experts to give detailed instructions. So I think we have a couple of minutes for Q&A. So if you have any questions about the labs, about our department, about the discipline, feel free to unmute your mic and speak up. If you are more convenient using Cantonese, you can 講廣東話都得嘅。咁我都如果係你用廣東話問或者係你打中文，咁我就用。I will try to answer your question in Cantonese. So please, if you have any question, just speak up. Anyone? And if you have any questions about admission, my colleague Joanne will be answering your questions on those aspects, schools and admission requirements, etc. So please, if you have any questions, by the way, let me add one more piece of information, because the lab tool is primarily focusing on physical geography. As a human geographer, I'm a human geographer, by the way. I would like to talk about human geography, and we do have a human geography lab as well. But in the lab, we have computers, we have software. In human geography, we don't use a lot of equipments. We basically try to understand human behavior. We try to understand human society. So usually we understand humans through talking to them, through interviews. And if the population size is big, we do questionnaire surveys and online surveys in order to understand human geography topics. So in a human geography lab, we would use computer and software to analyze social data. And also half of our students are more interested in human geography topics when they select honors project topic. So if you are interested in our social issues, housing, urban planning, development, land use change, etc., you may take more human geography courses and do an honors project on a human social issue. So, any questions? Hello, Kay. You were here from the very beginning. Do you have any questions you want to ask? Okay, if not, it's time to finish this session. So please follow us on Instagram. You can be updated with more information, future events about the department. Thank you very much for joining this session, Kay. Looking forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.